The air was thick with the scent of petrichor and the rhythmic hum of crickets, a familiar soundtrack to a quiet night in Lagos. 13-year-old Femi, however, was determined to add his own discordant note. He'd been warned 100 times by his grandmother, Ayatand, a woman whose every word was a proverb and a prophecy. "My son, never make a snake sound at night," she'd cautioned, her eyes serious. "It is an invitation, a call to the spirit world. You do not want to know who answers." But Femi, with the bravado of youth, thought it was all just an old wives' tale. One Friday night, while his parents were away at a wedding and Ayatand was already asleep, Femi decided to test the myth. He crept outside to the backyard, the full moon casting long, eerie shadows. He took a deep breath and let out a series of low, drawn-out hisses. He repeated the sound, feeling a thrill of defiance. A sudden, sharp rustle in the bushes made him freeze. A small black mamba, its scales glinting, slithered out and looked directly at him. But that wasn't the scary part. Truly terrified Femi was the figure that emerged from the shadows behind the snake. It was a man, tall and gaunt, with eyes that seemed to glow in the dark. The snake moved as if controlled by the man's silent command, its head bobbing in unison with the man's gestures. Femi's blood ran cold. He stumbled backward, tripping over a potted plant, and scrambled to his feet. The man simply smiled, a chilling expression that revealed a flash of gold on one of his teeth. "So, you are the one who calls," the man's voice was a low whisper. "It's been a long time since I heard that sound." Femi didn't wait for another word, he ran inside, locking the door and waking his grandmother with a frantic cry. Ayatand, upon hearing his panic story, rushed to the window and saw the man and the snake vanish into the night. The next morning, she brought out a faded photo from an old wooden chest. It was a picture of her younger self and a man with a gold tooth, a man Femi recognized instantly. "Your great-uncle, Adisa," she explained, her voice heavy with a long-held secret. "He was a powerful traditional healer. Your grandfather, my late husband, had a twin brother who practiced dark arts and was disowned by our family. Your great-uncle, Adisa, was so jealous of your grandfather's prosperity and success that he vowed to kill his children and wipe his lineage out. But my husband fought and won. However, the curse and his spirit remained in this compound to protect your great-uncle." The revelation sent a shockwave through Femi. "However, the curse and his spirit remained in this compound to protect your great-uncle." The man was a spirit, a vengeful ghost summoned by his own foolishness. The snake sounds Femi had made were not just a random prank, they were a secret signal, a call specific to his family's history, a forgotten invitation to a long-dead relative who had been waiting for generations. He had not only put his own life in danger but had also reopened an old family wound. From that day on, Femi never questioned his grandmother's warnings again. The lesson was etched into his mind: some sounds are more than just noise, and some stories are more than just tales.